Welcome to another 88.5 SoCal Sound session. Julie Slater, midday host. I am here with the LA band Long Beach. I guess you guys are Long Beach in the house,
Yep.
LBC. It is Kilo Bravo. Welcome, boys.
Thank you.
Happy to be here.
Let's do a little intro. So we got Chris,
Yep.
vocals, guitar, Dave, 7 at bass. We got Adrian, guitar, Greg. What do you do? Oh, yeah, you
this
hit
sort
things.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
okay, cool.
Nothing much beyond that. Yeah.
So is the original, did you guys get together originally, you two, in like 2018 or something?
So 2018, I did an EP kind of by myself. I wasn't trying to start a band, but it just happened, and I started working on putting a band together to play live, and then me and Dave, we're all old friends. Dave and I have been in bands previously, like years and years before that. And
Did you guys meet at playing pool? That's the story online.
Oh,
Shooting some pool.
is that story online? I mean, the first time we ever met was in a friend's garage.
Yeah,
we were playing pool.
That's true. Who said that? Who said that?
I don't know. I don't
Did
know
we
why
say
that.
Guys,
I don't
I've
know.
done some deep research on you
But,
guys.
yeah, that
I'm
is-
a journalist.
Yeah.
That is how
Yeah.
we were doing when we met. Yeah, when we were.
We were playing pool in a friend's garage, and then we had pretty much the same sense of humor, and it kind of took off from there,
Yeah.
and we became buds. I moved back home to Pennsylvania for a little bit, came back, and then we started hanging out more. And
Playing music.
Say, hey
together.
man, want to start a band?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he came in when I like put together a collection of songs that were intended for the first record, and I was like, hey, I really want you to play on these. And then around the same time, we started jamming with Greg for fun to see how it felt. And Greg's all over the record. I think that record has 3 drummers, but Greg's on more than half of it.
And that came out in 2020?
2020, Chew This Slow. And yeah, we all met. We've all known each other for over 10 years now.
I mean, most importantly, who's the best pool player?
That's a good
Well, you
question.
guys-
it's not me.
We should have a little tournament.
I think
Decide
Greg-
We
that.
should find out.
Yeah.
Greg's probably pretty good.
You hang out at bars a lot, at pool halls, right?
Yeah, pool.
Yeah, the old billiards club.
Yeah, but you know me.
Greg looks like a pool player.
I do.
Right?
You
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
give off that vibe.
You do.
I don't know. I feel like you could maybe do it.
Okay.
No, you okay? Yeah, I'm not that good at it.
What does a pool
I'm
player
okay.
look like? I just imagine some salty old guy that's been hanging out in the same bar stool for.
There you
He
go.
definitely has an
30,
eye patch.
40
He has an eye
years.
patch.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
one eye patch.
That's so you can focus.
Yeah, exactly. He's not even missing an eye. It's just. It's there
Yeah,
for,
it's just yeah.
All right, so the new record, we're pulling it back. The new record is Good Grief, came out just this year.
Yeah.
Last
So
Yeah.
tell me, I guess, well, the title, of course, sounds like you guys went through some stuff. We've joked, chatting with each other, a lot of cursing on this record. Are you guys really mad?
I mean,
It's
yeah,
just
I think
fun.
you know, I haven't like thought a lot about the context of everything recently because we recorded it, you know, a couple years ago. But I've had a lot of people be like, "Man, you sound pretty angry," and I think I was like that time period. Like, I personally was going through a lot of stuff that like even these guys probably don't know about, but it was just like really hard times for me. And on top of that, you know, we all dealt with the same thing at the same time that was super traumatic in a way. And
Going through the pandemic.
oh yeah, going through the pandemic and being like subjected to like just this onslaught of like information, negative information mostly on like every day. And it was really frustrating for me. And turns out I had a few things to say about it all.
And what about, you played 3 songs for us. Tell us about The Flood. It sounds like a flood of information. Are you a big, like, do you really lock into news? Do you listen to a lot of news? Some of the lyrics seem sort of, you know, maybe that's
I honestly,
some of that.
yeah, I honestly try to not take in too much of it because it's all, you know, hit and miss. You never know what's real anymore. It's kind of it's hard to decipher. Like especially like I would see most of it on like social media or something. It's like that's the worst place to see it. The Flood is, I don't know. It's just me like thinking about the future of our planet and the current situation we're in, and you know, I was just like that song in particular. I was just like thinking about how like we're like sitting on our phones, rotting our brains, letting people tell us what reality is, and I don't know, trying to look at it from the outside. And it sounds like a sad song. It's supposed to be hopeful.
Did you feel hopeful after recording the record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of you?
Yeah.
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 Well,
Felt
that's
felt really good about it.
That song in particular we did live, right?
Oh yeah, that song. It's funny. I actually wrote that song the morning of our last day in the studio. Like, got up at 6 in the morning and sat on a patio and wrote it. And then we were like about to wrap up, and a producer was like, "Hey, we got time." I was like, "I got a song,"
I love that.
and that's probably the third take.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever sang it without messing it up.
So I loved when I was looking up, we've been featuring you guys as a local music spotlight, but I always want to find like, oh wow, I wonder if these guys have any new music, because we were playing a song from your other album, and then all of a sudden I heard the song Lucinda, and we were joking, like, I think it's the biggest banger on the record, even though every song's a banger. But it's a really it's such a good song. So tell me, I guess, what went into that?
That song, that's a song that I didn't know we were gonna put on the record.
I really wanted to do it. He sent me the demo, and I was like, we got to do this.
Yeah, I demoed it out, and it was just kind of. It's actually kind of funny. It kind of ties into the station. I remember I was going for a jog, and Mookie was like, "Hey, I'm gonna play your guys' song this time this day," and I was like, "Cool. I'm off that day. I'll go for a jog and listen." And he played a song from someone else. I can't remember who, and I was like, "Oh, I like how it starts like with just bass and drums." Like I can't even say who it was, but like it just like inspired me on the spot. And I went home and I was just like, I want to start a song like that. And I demoed this thing, and I was like, I don't know if this really sounds like us. Like, it's very different from the last record. And I sent it to him, and he's like, yeah, we got to record that. And I think even our producer was like, I don't know if this is you guys. And we talked him into it, and it came out great.
Yeah.
That's funny. I love that song.
Yeah.
I do
it has
too.
such
It's
a
a good
strong, musically is so great, but even lyrically, even though there's some questionable lyrics that I had to edit
it's a
out
little
to
strong.
put it on.
You know, yeah.
Well, I remember in the demo, when we went in to record it, I think Greg kicked it up a couple notches in the tempo, and like that felt right. Like it's like really fast and quick, and yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I would say recording it was challenging. Like,
Why?
Well, we never rehearsed it. Like, we didn't know how to play it. Like, so we had to learn it while we were recording. And it was just like, it's a tough song. Like, Greg's basically like
On the entire time.
like ripping the whole song. Like, that's Greg's song.
Moves.
And it's
Shows.
quick. Like, everything moves quick. It's a short song. And yeah, as you said, some questionable lyrics that they were definitely protested in the studio by our producer also. And we had to have a group vote.
And what about, we were kind of joking that there's a lot of expletives on the whole record that you were saying, like, well, I didn't really like write this thinking it was going to be on the radio or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you had something kind of funny to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought that, like, especially like public radio is gonna care about us. Like, we're a small band from.
We care about you guys.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I mean, it's stations like you guys that really build a lot of bands and give us, our project our voices to people that want to hear it. But I was in the mindset, I was like, no one cares. Like, I'll just say what we want to say, and like
Do what you want.
Yeah, if it lends itself to like being like a word that makes sense in the song, like I don't like pointless profanity, like, which is crazy because there's so much popular music where that's like the thing that it does. And that was another thing that inspired me. I was like, well, if Post Malone could say this in his single 10 times, why can't I say it in a song no one's gonna listen to?
Normalize it, yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
Tell me where, I always like to know, can you tell me where most of the songs were written, and also where you exactly, what studio you were at, where you were recording?
Okay, most of the songs were written in my bedroom or on a porch or anywhere I'm holding a guitar. There were songs that I brought in with these guys that were like a verse and an idea, and we fleshed it out and turned them into songs. Like, I don't think we have a formula. Like, we just write how we write. And
Let's go for it.
we recorded in a studio that I think it's still officially the Music Box Studio. It was formerly in Fullerton. Now it's in Idlewild, California, run by John O'Brien, who's our producer. He's produced everything we've done. So it's fun. We get to go out there and stay for like a chunk of time and record instead of like, usually when we're a band like us trying to be conservative with our money, it's like record a couple days, go home every night. So it was nice to like camp out and really make a record and like not have any outside things kind of distracting us.
How long did it take to record the whole album?
4 weekends.
It's 4 3-day weekends.
12 days.
Between January and March of 2022.
Yep, 12 days to make a record. It's just the
pretty
longest
great.
time I've ever spent on a record.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
as far as like the recording process for sure.
So tell us about the song "The Tantrum." How did that come about? And did it come out exactly like you imagined?
I mean, that song was brought. That was another song we weren't really planning on recording because I didn't know it existed. We got to the studio and we were going through. I had this list of 25, 30 songs, and what I always do with John, our producer, is we kind of like get together and go, these are ones we're really excited about. These are ones that we think are good, and these are the ones like forget it. And we were like narrowed our list down to like 15 or something, and John was like, hey, do you remember that one song I sent you like a year ago or 6 months ago or something? And then I was like, oh yeah, that's a cool song, man. You should record it. And he's like, you should record it. And so The Tantrum was written by John mostly. I got to contribute some lyrics, and we arranged it on the spot and recorded it very quickly, actually.
Between you guys sussing it out and then us playing it, I didn't think it was going to sound like that.
Yeah. It was a very like kind of like acoustic driven, just kind of folk song, I guess. And we're like, let's make it sound like us.
Tell me, I guess you already talked about writing more music, so it's kind of wild. You just put out this record, and now you guys are already working on another album?
I mean, that's the goal. Yeah, we've just started the process of like me sending them songs and us getting together and just working on ideas. We're gonna be back in the studio actually this weekend, working on a couple things. Hopefully, but the goal for me is and us is to make another record. But who knows? We'll like, see how that goes. We don't have. Last time I scheduled like this is when we're gonna make our record. This time we're just like let's get in the studio, record some stuff, and see how we feel. We also have more new music that's recorded that something's gonna be coming out again in a couple months. Because I don't know. I don't want to hold on to it. Do you want it?
Got to get it out there.
Yeah, I mean, like making records is my favorite thing, and performing. But I love making records. It's so fun.
And what bands, like what are your top two bands that influence you, each one of you?
Oh my god.
Just two.
Like as us or just
As a person?
Just a
As a
person,
person?
yeah.
Oh, The Clash is my favorite band of all time.
man.
Bar none, for sure.
It's always a tough question.
Because it's like I have favorite bands and then bands that inspire my musicianship. I don't know. You go and I'll think about it.
Zeppelin, the Beatles. Those are my comfort bands.
I mean, I love 80s Britpop, so Duran Duran and David Bowie. Yeah,
You've got like 2 Bowie tattoos, don't you?
just one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just one, man.
Just one. He's not
The,
that
the
big
other
a
one's a
fan.
birthmark.
Yeah. That happens to be the shape of David Bowie.
Yeah.
Biggest influences, I mean, as a songwriter, absolutely the Beatles. And my favorite band is probably Wilco. And I saw you have them DJing all month. That's exciting.
There are
for me.
April Artists in Residence. Yeah,
incredible.
that's super fun.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I saw them like 3 times last year.
Can we hang out in the studio when that's happening?
Yeah. You just stay right here. You don't have to go
don't leave.
anywhere.
Not leaving.
What about favorite shows? Like, do you have a concert you've gone to that
Oh man, so
blown
many.
you away?
So many.
Favorite shows? I mean, every time I think of this, the thing that comes to mind was I saw Foo Fighters when I was like 18, and it like
Yeah.
blew my head off. I was like, whoa, this
They're,
is
they're,
a rock
they're one of
band.
the best live bands. Them and the Hives are like my favorite bands to see live. They're really fun.
There's a local band called Charles Manson, and they got back together for like a reunion show, and that was one of the best shows I've ever
I was at that show.
Yeah.
That was a good show. Very good show.
Sonic Youth playing Daydream Nation in its entirety at the Greek Theater. I don't know what year that was. I think I was still in high school. when I saw that show. But that was a pivotal moment in my life.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys all from Long Beach then, or is that where you guys gathered?
I mean, that's like home base.
Yeah.
It's like where the band's
But-
kind of from.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Long Beach and least favorite?
Parking.
Parking.
Parking's awful.
That's
least favorite thing, by the
everyone
way. That's not my
across the
favorite
board. Least favorite is parking.
Long Beach is such a great town. There's no other place probably in Southern California where I could afford to live as close to the beach as I do. Got great record stores, great places to eat, great coffee shops, great people, killer music scene. It's a good town.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I love Long Beach. I love the food. I love the culture. Like highlight spots, Fingerprints records. Like, gotta go to Fingerprints. Go to Vine. It's like our hang. One of our favorite places to play.
I got to shout out 12's record shop.
12s, yeah.
7th and Olive.
Yeah.
Are you guys vinyl collectors?
I am,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, that's the place to go.
Nice.
And if you want a good New York style slice of pizza, go to Little Coyote.
Yeah.
They do a good version of that, which everyone says that doesn't exist on the West Coast, but
It's hard to find. Very
Yeah.
hard to find. So I'm definitely gonna have to take a trip down there.
Yeah, the pizza here is okay.
Dave's from the East Coast. So
yeah, he's not from here.
He's a Philly transplant, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, thank you for coming by. Everybody, the new album is Good Grief, Kilo Bravo. Can't wait for some live shows. You said you might be having a show coming up.
Yeah,
Is
we'll
it
be
in June?
playing. We'll be playing Costa Mesa on June 8th at the Wayfarer, and we'll be at the Monty Bar in Los Angeles on June 22nd. It's actually like a Kinks thing night, so we'll be doing some Kinks songs too, as well as our songs, and we'll have some other stuff coming up.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
to
thanks
see us
for
out.
Thanks for
playing
having
and
us.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, it's been rad.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for editing some of those bad words out of your
It was
Just
hard,
for
but we
me.
tried.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.